Hey guys, it's Candy and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing one of my first books for February, and it is called Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. And if you didn't watch my January book review video already, I posted that last week and I did all 3 books from January in one video. And it ended up being a little bit too long, and I waited too long to do all the reviews. So then I actually had to kind of go back and refresh my memory on the books. So this time I decided I'm going to try for February to go ahead and review each book for the month after I've read it. And hopefully that'll end up being a little bit easier. So I finished this a few days ago. Basically on the front it says The Perfect Marriage or The Perfect Lie. It says on the back, everyone knows a couple like Jack and Grace. He has looks and wealth and she has charm and elegance. He is a dedicated attorney who has never lost a case. She's a flawless homemaker, a masterful gardener and cook, and dotes on her disabled younger sister. Though they are still newlyweds, they seem to have it all. You might not want to like them, but you do. You're hopelessly charmed by the ease and comfort of their home, by the graciousness of the dinner parties they throw, and you'd like to get to know Grace better. But it's difficult because you realize Jack and Grace are inseparable. And then there's a little bit more, but I'm just gonna stop there. Let's just say I did not like this book at all. I'm going to give it, I want to say 1 star, but maybe I should say 2. I'm gonna stick with 1 because I would not recommend this book to anybody. After I think I posted a picture of this on Instagram, and there were some comments where people were saying they didn't like it because there was a little bit of animal abuse in the book and just the physical abuse that the guy takes out on his wife. And I didn't really feel like the book got too detailed in terms of the abuse, that it was like, oh, this is making me sick to my stomach, I can't handle it, it's just too descriptive. I actually almost didn't feel like it was descriptive enough. I didn't feel any emotional attachment to Grace at all. Usually when you read a book like this where there's one person who's being treated so poorly, being taken advantage of, especially a woman, I just thought that I would relate to her more and connect to her more. I mean, I'm one, when I read a book, when I watch a movie, you'll catch me crying and just being so emotionally sucked in by the story that I sometimes have to remind myself that it's not real, and it just did not happen with this book at all. I mean, of course I didn't like Jack. Basically it comes down to, he fell in love with her, he manipulated her, all because he was after one thing. And I don't want to share what that one thing is. Not like I think probably anybody's gonna rush out and buy this book because of my review, because I literally just told you I don't recommend it. But if you have read it or you did read it with me this month, we can continue the conversation down in the comments. But I just wanted to say that I just didn't feel like the writer did a good enough job of letting you get emotionally attached to the characters. I couldn't obviously relate to Jack because he was a psychopath, which obviously was intended for the reader to hate him. But I just couldn't, I just did not feel anything for Grace, which is really odd. And I think it was just because the book was not written. I didn't feel what Grace was feeling. And I think when you read this book and what she had to go through with her husband and the things that he did to her and the manipulation and yes, the abuse, I should have felt what she was feeling, and I did not take that away from this book at all. The whole book is written like every few chapter or every other chapter it says like present or past, and it kind of goes back and forth from when they first met and they were getting married to like present time, and how she was trying to escape and the different things that she tried, which I didn't feel like she did enough. I don't know. I don't know what other better way to say it other than I did not like the book, did not connect with it. I don't know. So I would love any feedback in the comments if you guys read this book, if you felt differently. Maybe there's something I missed. Maybe I read it too quickly. I will admit when I have a book, if I'm not like really feeling it, I do kind of rush to just get through. Actually, there was someone I think on Instagram that said something about the book, and I replied and said, I don't really think it's very good. Should I even bother keep reading? And they said, yeah, I think you'll be surprised. And actually I felt like the ending was very predictable. Like I couldn't have imagined the book ending any other way. So not what I expected when I read the back. The back of the book sounds really, really good, but the book in my opinion was not. So I'm gonna stick with giving this a 1 star. I don't recommend. I've never heard of this author before, so I can't say whether or not I would pick up another book by this author. Doesn't really matter. I just know that this book was a fail. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys took away something from this video other than that I hated this book, which I don't really hate very many books. That's what's really odd. But one thing I wanted to ask you guys, and I'm actually gonna put a poll up in the corner if you would like to vote. When I was planning on doing my book reviews, I was planning on always kind of just giving some spoilers. Like I don't want to spoil a whole entire book because I do like getting book recommendations from other people, and I can picture myself watching this video and seeing that I gave a good book review and then maybe wanting to read it. And I'm okay with like a few things being spoiled. It's no different like if you go to the movies and you kind of already know what happens because someone talked about it or whatever. Like I'm fine with that. I would never, like I said, spoil a whole book from start to finish. But I'm gonna put a poll up in the corner and let me know. Do you guys not want me to talk about any spoilers at all? Just kind of like the main, you know, premise of the book, or are you okay with me giving a little bit of a spoilers? And right now I'm reading Little Fires Everywhere, and it's pretty good so far. I'm not like completely sucked in where I'm reading it every spare minute of the day, but it's pretty good so far. I'm anxious to see where the story's headed. And then the next book I will be reading after this for February is The Best Day Ever, which I've heard some other people have read and they really liked it. So I'm excited to read that one as well. So at least I got this one out of the way for February. And if you guys didn't catch, for March, I'm going to be picking like 1 or 2 young adult books. So if you didn't watch my last Candiland Book Club video, be sure to comment down below if you have any suggestions for a young adult book that you would like me to choose for March, and I will be posting that video soon. I don't know if it'll be this week or maybe like a week from today, announcing what those books are. Maybe I'll just go ahead and announce the March books in my next book review, so it doesn't have to be a whole separate video. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. I'm excited for any of you guys who are joining me along and reading books. So thanks again, make it a great day, and I will see you guys next time.